Parking brake set, we've landed safely in Anchorage and it's now time to explore and find new yarn shops. This is Globanitter, my name is Caroline, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Anchorage. Being the summer and having 48 hours layover in Anchorage, I thought it was a good idea to rent a car for one day so I could explore new yarn stores that are a bit further away from the city. But first, I have some exciting news. There's a new yarn shop in Anchorage and it's been there since January. And of course, a layover wouldn't be complete if there wasn't a little bit of unexpected events. So first, let me tell you about the new yarn store. So the new yarn store is called In the Round. The owner is called Maria and she's been open since January and I had no idea. When I arrived, it was a Thursday evening and there was a big group of knitters just outside the shop. And it turns out that Thursday evening from 6 to 8 is when they all get together and knit, which I didn't know because if I had known, I would have bought my knitting. The shop is very spacious. It has lots of yarns. And the good news is that you know that I consider Far North Yarn to be my local yarn store because it's so close to the hotel, it's half an hour walking distance. And they don't compete, they have totally different yarns, which is a good news, I think, because it just shows that there's enough room for everybody. And what I liked, she has a young son, and it shows because there are Legos all over the store as decoration, and I love this because I do Lego sometimes. You know, the quick one, like the flowers, the shops. So it's very cute for this. The other thing she has that Far North Yarn doesn't have is books. And let me tell you about her books. The books she has, I've never seen them anywhere else. And later I will show you what I bought, but I'm very excited about what I bought. She also have some doodles. I will show you now because I'm so excited. Alaska. I don't think I have it yet. And you know, I collect them. I've never done anything with them, but there will come a time where I will deal with them. And at the back of the store, there's a huge table where this is where they do their knit together on Thursday, and I guess I didn't ask if they have lessons. And one thing more that I liked is she has a podcast. I will give you the details. And the podcast is with 3 of her friends. They only have 8 episodes for now, which is good because we need to catch up. And they're taking a break for the summer. But I've listened to half of one and it's interesting. I liked it. I like the stories. So I'll let you watch the yarn shop and then I will show you what I bought there. I will do it like this because I saw 3 yarn stores today. So let's see. I hope you enjoy the tour, and I know you're all dying to see the books I bought, because I've never seen them anywhere. And I was just discussing this with Michelle in New York, because she started as a crocheter. And she said at the beginning, for years and years and years, she was only making squares, so blankets. And she had no idea that you could make such beautiful sweaters. Look at this sweater. So this is the first yarn book, the art of crochet with sock yarn. She has cowls, cushions, tops, headbands. It's really nice book. And the other one is modern crochet sweaters, and it's the same. Look at this. And I found something I like. There's a dress. Let me show you the dress, if I find it. Yes, this one. I love it. It looks so cozy. So, and something else she has, but being 4th of July, Happy Independence Day to all my American friends, or belated, because you're going to see this video next week. I don't think it was worth buying it. It's half of the year gone already, but it's a knit planner. And it's got, for every week, I think, all the yarn festivals. And, you know, I never have a clue. Sometimes I know, most of the time I don't know. So I think it's going to be one of my self-bought gifts for next year. And maybe I can plan some things ahead for next time. And the other thing I bought, and she has lots of different bags, and I loved it, is this. And it's my friend's 80th birthday soon, and she never swatches. And I don't think she watches this video, so it's okay, I can say. But it's perfect for her. So, that's it for this store. So the second yarn store I went to is called Tangled Skein, and it's about half an hour away from Anchorage city center, and it's located in a small town called Eagle River, and it's just off the main street. There's ample car park. It was the same for in the round. There's a lot of parking spaces, and it's a big cabin, lots of yarn. They have a social area where you can sit and knit, a couch and a few seats. They even have yarn books library, so you can borrow if you're local, I guess, or read there. And their specialty is they knit hats, and they sell them. And you can see them as samples, so it gives you an idea for what you want to do. And the price is about $45-50 US. So for a hand-knitted hat is very reasonable. They're beautiful. So if you don't have time to knit and you want to give a gift, it's perfect. She says she has many tourists dropping by, and they have a display of local yarn, which I liked. I didn't know there was so much hand dyer and local hand dyer in Alaska, Anchorage and Alaska. So that's good to see as well. Very friendly. What can I say? They have a little bit of, I didn't take pictures, stand of embroidery, if you're into this. A lot of, what did they have? They had a little bit of Katia yarn, which I was surprised. And they had a lot of Malabrigo and Blue Sky Fiber, and I forget. I will let you watch it. And I wasn't planning to buy too much because being a 6-day trip on the cargo, you know, I have to carry all my bags up the stairs, down the stairs. But I didn't visit. They had their locally dyed yarn, and this one is tired timber, and it's hand spun in Alaska. It says Alaska? Yes, in Alaska. I don't know where exactly, but I love the colors. And I think it would make a hat or maybe a cowl. I love this kind of colors. And you know, the way the hand spun things with mixing two colors. I can't wait to knit it, and it's going to be a quick knit, of course, because it's worsted, and 240 yards, 108 grams, 9 to 10 wrap per inches. What else? It says thin wool fiber. So that's it. It smells nice. I love this smell. And the third yarn store I went to was another half an hour away from the second yarn store. So it's about 50 minutes from Anchorage city center. And it's called Fire and Ice. And it's located in, let me exactly the name of the place, because I just followed the GPS. It's in Wasilla, Wasilla. 50 minutes away from Anchorage. It's a huge space. Actually, it's 2 big rooms, and the main room, they have again a lot of yarn. They have Malabrigo yarn. It's the one you notice, you know, the usual suspects. I will show you what else they have. I forgot the names. But, and they didn't have everything this time. They told me, make sure you tell your followers it's only a little bit of what we have. The owner dyes her own yarn. And I think a big portion of the shop is from her own dyed yarn. Beautiful colors. If you like shiny yarn as well, she has a lot. They also sell, of course, more locally dyed yarn, and also pouches that are made locally. I will show you all the pictures, all the videos, and very friendly. And also she told me that they're going to expose, I won't be there, but it's the Matsu Valley Fiber Festival. And I will put all the details in the description. And there's a QR code. I don't know if you can scan it, maybe if you want more information. They have a website. But I will, it's Facebook. But I will put the website and the QR code for the Facebook on the description, of course. So they have sheep there, and they have rabbits. And of course, the owner of Fire and Ice will be there with a lot of hand-dyed yarn. So I wish I could go. And I'll let you watch it, and then I will tell you what I bought. And of course I got my purchase mixed up because in Tangled Skins, I found this, the cat's doodle. I don't think I have it. I think I have the dogs anyway. I will discover when I get home. So I bought this all together. And I have a lot at home and I've never used them. I also found this. It's a sock sizing ruler. So on one side, this is what is amazing. You can have the length of your foot, and then on the other side, this is the trick. It is sock sizing ruler. So depending on whether you start toe up or toe down, according to your shoe size or your foot size, it tells you when to start the heel. Yeah, for men and women. I think it's this one that I bought, I'm pretty sure. Yes, place your sock roller with the arrow and snug against the heel and toe and knit until you reach the line of your desired size. Then begin your toe or heel. Okay, I think I will have to look for the instruction properly. But I saw it on Instagram, I put it in my stories. I will just read the post, I think it's going to be easier. And what I bought in the last yarn shop in Fire and Ice, because I always like to buy some locally dyed yarn. This is the one dyed from the owner. Look at these colors. It looks like a forest. It's a sock yarn with 80% merino, 20% nylon, and it's called Night Forest, of course. What else? 450 yards. I think it's 100 grams, pretty sure. And then the Malabrigo, they had this. I was looking at the leaflets and I thought it was a beautiful, beautiful shawl. And this is if you're a yarn, how do I say this, seller, if you sell yarn, a big brand, it's such a good idea to have these leaflets because it makes you want to buy the yarn when you find one pattern you like. So I bought this. It's not exactly the yarn that they advertise for but it's a shawl, so it doesn't matter. And I think it's just one kind of yarn, and it's a beautiful color, kind of green again. I must be in my green thing. Is Rio, 100 grams, 210 yards. And the color is VAA, V-A-A. And that's it for the knitting. And something else I did on my layover, I went hiking and I went to Flattop Mountain with my colleague. We left the hotel at 6 a.m. We got there at 6:30. It was, the clouds were very low, so I'm not sure it was the best idea, but then I had to go and visit the yarn stores out of Anchorage, so I wanted to start early. The whole climb and back took us 2 hours and a half. It wasn't such an easy hike. The first part, there's a track, and the second part is in the rocks, so I didn't make it to the summit. I almost made it. I had this left, but it was in the rocks. And climbing is not the issue. My colleague went to the top. I was worried about coming down. And you know, I have an airplane to fly the following days, so I kind of have to look after myself, and I had to be reasonable. So, the climb is hard, you know, for your cardio. It makes your heart work, but to come down is your legs. So now I feel my legs today, but and we were always in the clouds. There was a little bit of at the end they started lifting, but you know, I was thinking maybe if we started later we would have a better view, but I was looking at the cloud tops all day and they never really lifted, so no regret. It was, and it feels good to have done everything by 9:30 in the morning, and then we went and had breakfast, so it was really nice. And I was telling you, I've been sick for almost 3 weeks now. So it was my throat. So I said, no, I'm still going to go hiking because I'm tired of being sick. I'm sick of being sick. So it's not going to stop my life. So I went hiking, came back. There's an urgent care opposite the hotel. I walked there, and it was closed because it was the 3rd of July, so it's a big weekend. And I know the best place in the US to go if it's something like this is urgent care. It's the cheapest. I went yarn shopping, and I was thinking, really, I wish I could see a doctor just for my peace of mind, because if I need antibiotics, I want to start sooner rather than later. And everything was closed. All the urgent cares were closed. And on the way back, I came back early to Anchorage. I was planning one more visit, but I thought, no, I need to look after my health. And on the way, there was a hospital. So I stopped there. I went to the emergency room. And when I checked in, this is what I don't understand. This is the US. I asked, how much is this going to cost me? I cannot tell you. Anyway, I want to see a doctor. Tomorrow I'm flying. Sunday is when I'm in New York. How am I going to find a doctor? So the doctor, he said, no, it looks like it's an allergy. And it started as an allergy. So I was, okay. So he gave me a prescription. They gave me something to calm the pain or the inflammation. And we did a swab to test for strep. Luckily, it came back negative. And then came the moment to pay. So I tell her I live abroad. She's, yes, it's going to be $300 plus the consultation fee plus whatever you had. And then she realized, you live abroad? It's a flat fee. It's $1,000. So I knew it was going to be expensive, but not that much. So I said, do you have discounts? It would never occur to me to say this in Mexico or in France or anywhere else. But that's a great tip for my followers who are visiting the US. I got 20% discount because I asked. So, and I got the medicine prescription. That's another story. He told me you can go to Walgreens, it's just down the street. So I went to Walgreens, and she says, I'm not sure we have. She had to fill a prescription in her system, and she said, come back in half an hour. I said, okay, not more, because I need to give the car rental back. Half an hour later, I comes back, and she gives me the same story. We have to check if we have it. I said, really? I cannot wait. I need to take the car back. And they were closing half an hour later. So I asked her, I'm going to New York. Can I fill it in New York? Can I have the medicine? Yes, it should be possible, because it's in their system now. It's US wide. So I will have it in New York, I guess. But I feel much better already. I don't know if it's just the placebo of having, that medicine that calm down inflammation, if it's what I needed, I don't know. But I feel so much better, and I had such a good night's sleep. So that's the good news. And that's it for today. In a few hours, I'm flying to New York City. And in New York, it's a short-ish layover. And it's a football match, Mexico-England. So I'm just planning to rest. I have some ground school, computer-based training, CPAT they call it, to do. And then I will go and watch the football match with my colleague. And I will see you next week. I am going to Los Angeles. So I'm not sure exactly where we're staying in Los Angeles nowadays during the World Cup. It's going to be a surprise. I wish you a fantastic week. I hope you had a great holiday weekend if you're in the US. And see you in Los Angeles next week. Bisous, bisous. Mwah.